O'Neill, King Brothers Used Cars, and Honchels. Now let's go live inside the Jack Burford Chevrolet Studios, discussing the hottest sports topics around. Here are your hosts, Michael Watkins and Samantha Burford.
Welcome in, everyone, to Buffalo Wild Wings in the Richmond Center. I am Michael Watkins. No Samantha Burford today. She is out on her spring break, and we are glad to have you along. And today, a lot of talk about the Kentucky Wildcats. Obviously, the Final Four is set. Coming up on Saturday, we will see Virginia take on Auburn and Texas Tech play Michigan State. Before we talk about that, we want to talk about the game yesterday for Kentucky and what it means for the Cats as they fell short in the Elite Eight game versus Auburn. And if you look at the game as a whole, Kentucky in the first half looked dominant. At one point had a 10-point lead, was playing very well. Their defense was playing well, and Auburn really didn't seem to have an answer for P.J. Washington. That story continued throughout the game, but the answer was not being found by Kentucky, as late in the game Auburn's guards were faster, they were making more plays, and they were not doing as many, they were not committing as many turnovers as the Kentucky players were, and the pressure seemed to get to the Cats as the game went along. And to me, that was the reason that Kentucky was not able to pull out the victory. When you look at the Kentucky Wildcats and the team they had this year, I was talking to some of the guys over here at Buffalo Wild Wings before the game, and this team was a lot of fun to watch. There were different guys that stepped up throughout the year. At some points, you could have said that Reed Travis was our best player. At some points, you could have said that Keldon Johnson was our best player. Tyler Hero had that. Ashton Hagans had that. And for the most part, P.J. Washington throughout the entire season was our best player. But last night, it was pretty much just P.J. or bust. He had a big game for the Cats, led them in points, was really the go-to scorer throughout the entire game. When we needed a basket, he got it for us. And it seemed like eventually Auburn was able to kind of key in on that, and nobody else could make plays. Ashton Hagans had an awful game for Kentucky yesterday, struggling turning the ball over, and it just seemed like Ashton, for the last month or so, didn't really have it. He had a big three at one point in the game, and I think he had 7 or 9 points. I'll pull up the final stats here in a few minutes. But when you look at this team for Kentucky, you have to kind of wonder who was going to step up and make the big play. Because late in the game, you had P.J. Washington getting the basketball, Auburn keying on him, and you had to find somebody else. Somebody else had to step up and make a play for Kentucky. Keldon Johnson forced up some shots. Hero didn't really force up anything, but the shots that he had that were there for him throughout the entire season, he was making those. He did not make them on Sunday. So the box score looked like this for the Cats. Reed Travis had 9 points, 6 rebounds. He only attempted 5 shots. He was 4 of 5 from the field. 7 points for Hero, 10 for Hagans, 14 for Keldon Johnson. Montgomery, who started for Washington, had no points in 8 minutes. Washington had 37 minutes. He had 28 points, 13 rebounds, with 10 and 18 from the field. But the free throws is what really played Kentucky yesterday, as the Cats they could not knock down the free throws. As a team, 12 of 21.
Dealing with an aggressive salesman, they strive to make you feel comfortable and help you find the car you're looking for at the best price possible. Stop by today and get your key and drive off in a new-to-you vehicle from King Brothers Used Cars on West Lexington Avenue in Winchester, or stop by their Facebook page for updates and their website, kingbrotherscars.com, to check out their inventory. King Brothers Used Cars, family-owned and time-tested since 1966.
Honchels in Irvin is your year-round stop for Carhartt, Izod, Lee jeans, and boots. Prepare yourself for hunting with a huge selection of Carhartt bibs, coats, and other hunting gear. Don't forget about the big selection of hunting and work boots from Wolverine, Justin, Rocky, and more. As always, Honchels carries all the latest in Kentucky and Estill Engineer apparel and Skechers and New Balance for the little ones. The same great staff, same great personalized service always at Honchels on the Richmond Road in Irvin.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills. When you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Escape to sports with Buffalo Wild Wings. GM Tommy Martin invites you to come watch your favorite team play at Buffalo Wild Wings, the best game day atmosphere and happy hour in town. Menu items as low as $2 each weekday 2 to 7 and again 10 till close. Plus wing specials every Tuesday and Thursday. Don't forget to ask your server about the Blazing Rewards program and see how you can earn free food. Buffalo Wild Wings, Richmond Center.
We've got Kinetic Blue.
At King Brothers Used Cars in Winchester, you don't have to worry about the hassles of dealing with an aggressive salesman. They strive to make you feel comfortable and help you find the car you're looking for at the best price possible. Stop by today and get your key and drive off in a new-to-you vehicle from King Brothers Used Cars on West Lexington Avenue in Winchester, or stop by their Facebook page for updates and their website kingbrotherscars.com to check out their inventory. King Brothers Used Cars, family-owned and time-tested since 1966.
Back at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Richmond Center. Glad to have you along. Michael Watkins here for the Wallingford Sports Show, and talking about the Cats yesterday and their loss to Auburn. And the big hoopla after the game was John Calipari once again being outcoached or outmanned. And Cats fans, if you watch the show repeatedly, you know how I feel about Kentucky fans. I always hate the complaining and the constant griping after a loss.
Burford Chevrolet Studios, discussing the hottest sports topics around. Here are your hosts, Michael Watkins and Samantha Burford.
We are back at Buffalo Wild Wings. Michael Watkins and a very tan Samantha Burford. Did you have a good trip last week?
I did. I had a very good
Okay,
trip.
that's
I
enough.
missed you guys last Monday.
Look here, don't brag about you being on a cruise.
Listen though, you know what was so sad is on Sunday we got on the cruise ship and the game was at 2 o'clock. So we were trying to watch it on the cruise ship, and of course, they're not playing the UK game.
So it's your fault we lost then.
Yeah, if I'd have
That's
been
what you're
watching.
saying. Yeah.
We did get to watch the very end after
That
the
was
muster
the worst
drill.
part to watch. As everybody's getting beat.
Worst. I had to walk away.
Well, we've got some special guests here. We got Coach Jones from the Madison Central softball team and a couple of his, or 4 of his seniors.
4 of what, the 5 seniors, I think. So it's exciting to have you guys with us.
Coach, welcome in.
Thank you.
So let's start off. This is your first year as head coach. How have things gone thus far as compared to how you thought they might go?
They've gone really well. I don't know that I had a whole lot of expectations coming in. I think new to me, and I didn't know exactly coaching football how much different it would be. But I got to work with them in the off season, and they worked really hard, and it's gone well.
Now, what position do you coach in football? Are you offensive line?
Offense coordinator.
Okay, yeah, okay. See, he's pretty important to that Mark Center's football staff too, Samantha.
Of course he is, which is why I'm sure it's very different coaching the young men compared to the young women. Give us a little aspect on that.
There's some differences, yeah. One of the first days we had one breakdown crying in practice, and I didn't really know what was going on or why.
Did you go back to, what was that movie? There's no crying in...
No, I tried not to do that too early. But just a lot more emotional, I will say that. But as far as once we get on the field and working, it's not a whole lot different.
Well, that's how Samantha was. The first time we started doing the show together,
I cried because I had to be with him.
Oh, I thought it was because you didn't get enough mic time, but both of those are probably true.
We do like to give each other a hard time, girls.
You had a good trip last week, spring break trip down in Florida.
Yeah,
tell us how that
long
went.
bus ride.
It went well. We left on Saturday morning about 5 a.m. We got down there about 7 o'clock. We got them off the bus, let them get in the rooms, had a little short practice just to try to kind of get them up and moving. Played Central Hardin on Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. Still asleep. We were still on the bus on that one. But after that, we didn't play again till Monday, and things turned around. We lost to a good Assumption team 3-1 on Monday, and then we finished the week off with 3 straight wins and continued to play well.
Well, I was looking at some of the stats. You blew away 3 of the teams down there. I think you won 12-1. Was it 12-0 and then 7-1? Were those the scores?
I think that was right.
3 of the games the 3 games y'all won, you won pretty easily.
We did. In all 3 of those games, it really helped. We got a couple runs early. Madison played really well down there this week, and we getting a couple runs early made a big difference for us in those games.
Well, speaking of Madison, we'll bring her on, talk to her first.
You want to say her last name?
Well, no, I'm going to have her say it for us correctly. So I've been covering Madison since she was a freshman.
Yes.
And evidently I've been saying her last name wrong
the
all
whole
4
time.
years. So tell us how you say it. Barnard? Barnard. Okay, I was saying Bernard. I mean, it's close.
Like a puppy.
It wasn't like I was calling her Madison
like a
Burford.
Saint Bernard
That could
or
be
something.
close too.
Yeah. I get it. Most people call me Buford, so I get it.
Yeah, it's fine. Nobody gets it right ever.
Well, you said your grandma got mad. So, Mama, Granny, I'm sorry that I did not say the last name right.
Mama should have texted him and been like, listen, Michael.
People tell me I do stuff wrong all the time, so I'm used to that. My wife tells me that every time I talk to her. So.
At school, a few games during basketball season, she would go over to the announcer and be like, that's not her last name.
Well, that's what grannies are for,
yeah.
Right? Well, talk about how things are going. You're a senior, so this is a new head coach for you. How has the transition been from last year to this year under Coach Jones?
I feel like our environment as a team has grown stronger since the Florida trip. So I'm glad that we did that because I got to know the younger kids better than before. I feel like we all grew closer as a team, and I just feel like the Florida experience was very good for all of us.
Now, you're a basketball player, too. Mm-hmm. Talk about the difference from, training to play basketball, going through that process. Now you're over into softball season. Talk about the difference in the 2 sports.
Basketball is a lot, harder conditioning because, it's just running. And then softball, it's kind of, getting the right swing down and just, it's more of a middle thing. Whenever somebody's on base, you got to know where you're throwing it next and, what the next move ball is going to be.
How has your senior season gone thus far?
I've had fun. I've enjoyed it. I like playing with the people, and I like the new coach, so.
I'd say it's a lot quieter, too. We love Coach Cooksey, but I'm sure it's a lot quieter, don't you think?
Yeah, and it's a lot slower pace. One of my friends was I watch a softball game compared to a basketball game. It's so slow. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. We say that because Coach Cooksey, he's always hoarse at the end of every game.
Yeah, so, that's how you are after the show. When we get out there, you're kind of hoarse, too. But John Burford praises. He says, thank you, Michael, for letting her get all that out of her system. Well, let's pass the mic over here to Parker, another senior. So, Parker, how's things going for you? Are you 4 years? How long have you been playing softball?
This is my 4th year.
Okay. So, new head coach for you. What has the transition been like for you?
She's been a basketball player, too.
Yeah.
See, I got too many. That's too many players.
I played freshman and sophomore year.
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't play last year, or did you play this year?
No.
Okay, so you were on the team this year. That explains
so that's
why I didn't know that name.
You didn't see her name.
Okay, well, Parker, how has the transition gone from last season to now you being a senior here on the softball team?
I like it a lot better. Everything is more timing, consistent, rather than just random and doing stuff that's not needed.
What position do you play?
First.
First, so you're pretty important. You got to know where everybody's supposed to be at. Got to know the different change-ups and everything. So, talk about the importance of the first baseman on a softball team.
Well, you're the ending of the play within the infield. Your outfield cuts for home, big gappers. You're
all
right
over
the field. I'm right-handed.
Right-handed. Okay.
Have you always played first base?
Yeah. I played third for a season or two, but I played first since I was 8. So, yeah.
Wow. So what's your favorite thing about playing softball?
I really like hitting. It's my favorite thing.
I liked it too, but I never could do it.
Couldn't.
So that's why they kicked me off the team. I was more on the team for entertainment aspect. My friends, when we played intramural softball at Eastern, they brought me on the team for trash talk, basically.
Yeah.
But then whenever I got up to bat, they were ready to put their gloves back on.
They would scoot the mound up so that they
and that didn't even work. Well, let's pass it over to Michaela and talk to her. Michaela,
yeah.
I said that one wrong too. But Michaela, I got to watch you play volleyball this year. And it just opened up my mind because you all were fierce out there diving and all that stuff. So talk about the difference in volleyball and softball, and talk about some of the similarities as well.
Well, volleyball is much more fast-paced than softball is, and it's
you have to know what's happening before the ball is even touched. Like, you have to anticipate things that are not gonna, like, potentially happen, you know? Like, it's just very different, much more fast-paced. Like, and softball, it's slower, but it's like, I don't know, it's like just faster and slower. Like, you just have to adjust, and volleyball is more of a mental sport for me. Like, you just have to, like, know what's going to happen. And softball, like, you kind of can understand what's going to happen from the way the people swing and, like, way they throw and all that kind of stuff.
Now,
so.
you played the libero. I was so close. You played the libero in volleyball, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything you would compare that position to in softball?
Well, libero is the last line of defense, and I play outfield, and that's last line of defense as well. So, like, it's very similar in that. Like, you're very much depended on to catch the ball or pass the ball. Like, you just have to be confident in yourself.
Now, I saw how you and the other seniors on the volleyball team were. You all were very close. It seemed like you all really cared about each other. Would you say that the softball team is similar to that as well?
Yeah, we've grown up playing softball together. We're very close. Like, we talk all the time outside of softball. We hang out outside of softball. We're just really close.
Well, I know whenever they were coming over here talking to us, they said a bunch of things in unison. That's always key. You and I, we've been working together for like 5 years now. We still don't have that.
It's
that
not
in
been
sync.
5 years.
It
But
feels like
I'll
it's been
tell you
10.
what has been very special is Michael's, you know, he's got a young daughter and me with 3 daughters. He's always known about men's sports.
Oh, yeah.
And the male aspect of sports, with football and basketball especially. But you guys really opened up his eyes.
I was impressed with the volleyball team.
With the volleyball team, and now softball, he's getting to know you women, and I think it's been eye-opening, hasn't it? How hard you guys really work.
It impresses me because, first of all, I would say some of these girls know more about their sport than some of the guys know about their sport. Yeah. And secondly, they don't get enough credit. You might see some of the guys get coverage on some of the bigger markets, you know, that we have around here. But the girls don't get as much coverage. You know, they don't come out to their spring practices or whatever the case may be. But they need to. I mean, I saw some pretty impressive stuff, not only in volleyball, but we saw it in basketball. We've seen it in soccer, now on the softball field. And I know I'm sure y'all don't do it as much this year, but you have to take care of the field as well. You don't have to go out there and practice and play. You got to take care of the field. You got to, you know, where the balls are at and everything, right?
Yeah.
So you guys got a full-time job, basically, when you're playing volleyball.
That is true.
Let's pass the mic over here to Logan. Logan, you all just came back from your trip to Florida. Tell us how that went.
The trip went really well. I think while we were down there, we really grew a lot closer as a team, as Madison said. And we really, like, found out who wants to work, and, like, we figured out, like, where everyone's effort's going to start coming from. And, like, if we all work together, then really good things can happen.
Now, I've seen you and Madison on the basketball court. You all are really close. What's it like having a friend like that to play basketball with, to play softball with? It seems like you all always know where the other one's going to be at.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time together. But, like, we've grown so much closer just through, like, playing sports. Like, without having, like, basketball and softball, I would say our relationship wouldn't be anywhere near as close as it is today. Like, we always know what the other one's thinking. We spend a lot of time outside of sports and school with each other, along with Parker. Like, we're all just, like, really close. We've grown up together. We just have a good time.
So if they make a mistake, are you cool with calling them out on it, or how does that work?
Yeah, I'll probably call you out on it, but, like, we all make mistakes. But, like, in Florida, they really, like, picked it up. Like, my bat was not what it should have been in Florida, and Madison really picked it up. Parker got her a brand new LXT 2019 bat down there, and she wore it out towards the end of the tournament. But we pick each other up and we call each other out on certain situations.
When you look back, now you're a senior, is there one memory that you will never forget? Hopefully maybe making some more memories later on this season, but is there one right now that you'll never forget? Put her on the spot here.
Well, yeah, but it happened in Florida, and it involves Parker, and it's just probably not one for the television, but
okay, yeah,
I mean,
don't want to
it's
get nobody
memorable.
in trouble.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a story for during commercial break.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
gotcha,
That works.
Logan. I gotcha.
Yeah.
You know, I really want to know, as seniors, which one of you has really stepped up to become the leader of this group, or has it been all 4 or all 5 of them? I mean, what's it been like? You have, like, freshmen and 8th graders, like, looking up to you girls. What's it been like?
I feel like on some days, like, we all, like, lead together, but when some person slacks, other people pick it up. So, like, we are all like a leader of the team together.
Yeah. Has it felt weird, like freshmen coming up to you, asking you questions or advice, or?
Not really, just kind of because they'll come ask us questions, but like just where we've all grown up around here, we've all been like on the same softball teams, or like we'll be from the same organization softball team, so we've always been around each other. So we just ask questions with like the people who we're comfortable with. Like some freshmen will come up to us and ask us questions, but for the most part, everybody knows the game pretty well, which is a good thing, and we all just rely on one another when we have a question or
So I got another
concern.
good question. I hear this week you're getting your caps and gowns. How does that make you feel?
32 more days of high school left. That's all I gotta say.
They're counting down.
Yeah, we had a little meeting today with like the senior class, and Fritz was telling us how many days. We were all just sitting there like ready, just 32 more days.
Listen though, see what they don't know is 10 years from now,
They're going to wish they
they're
could
going to
have
wish they had
this
32 more days. That's the
Yeah.
thing. And I was the same way, but I think you
Oh,
all
yeah,
might
ready
have
to
been
get
too.
out.
They kicked you out, but anyway, we won't get into all that. But no, for real, you think about that now, but you really will miss it
You will
whenever
miss
it's
it.
10
The camaraderie,
years from now.
the
So, yeah.
spirit of it all. Yeah, I know, but I get it. I understand.
Well, let's get Coach Jones back on here before we let you all go. Coach, as far as the games go, the rest of the season, is there, any let people know they want to come out and watch you all play? Is there any big games coming up in the future?
We try to work on each game being the same, and that's one thing we've kind of talked about all year, just getting better every day. What we don't want to do is peak early in the year, halfway through the season. We want to be our best when it's district, region time. So we have actually the next 4 days after today, we're at home this week, 6 o'clock each night.
Now tomorrow's game was moved.
Tomorrow
right?
was supposed to be at East Jessamine. It's now been moved to Central because their field wasn't ready. And then the next 3 days we're also at home. So any day this week we'll be at home 6 o'clock each night.
Now,
No rain. We're hoping for no more rain.
I think
for a
there's
little
some
while.
rain in the forecast, but it's a slight chance each day.
Slight.
So hopefully it holds off and y'all can get these games in. Talk about the district and the region as well. I know Southern's had a pretty good start to the season. You all and them kind of at the top of the district every single year. Talk about how that has been, and talk about the region as a whole as well.
The region's very strong. We haven't really gotten into playing a whole lot of the region teams, and some of the teams we don't have on the schedule. When I got the job kind of late, a lot of those weren't on there, and I tried to get as many 11th region teams as possible. But a lot of them already had their schedules full. We do have Woodford County. We go there. Dunbar, I believe, is also over there in a quad that we're playing in that day. Henry Clay is coming to our place to play in the cystic fibrosis that we have on May 4th. That's another good day for everybody to come out. So we have some 11th region teams, but it's very strong. We scrimmaged Western Hills, who I think a lot of people didn't expect a whole lot out of. But last time I checked, I think they're still undefeated.
Oh, wow.
They've got a pitcher who's really good. She's playing really well right now. So,
and Woodford County seems like they're always really
Woodford
good
County is very good, and I believe Southern beat them earlier this year.
I think so,
1-0. So Southern from the scores I've seen, I haven't got a chance to see them. They've been playing very well. They've been hitting the ball really well, and got a lot of good pitching.
Straight, I think.
Yeah, so they're very strong.
Do you all have them? I know the first game got canceled. Do you have them on the schedule again?
Yeah, we go to their place. The first game got rained out. Literally, I think you had already showed up to get set up. They were getting on the bus, and it started pouring at the field. So, and the field was already a little wet, so we had to cancel that one. I don't know if we're going to get that rescheduled or not. We've got a lot of dates right now, so but then I don't know the exact date, but we do go to their place.
Before we let you go, how's the football team looking?
I haven't been down there a whole lot. We've got spring ball here in a couple weeks, so that's kind of trying to juggle the two when that comes. And I've already been trying to work out with Coach Centers of how we're going to make that work, so I can be kind of like I did during football. During football I'd have practice and then go to conditioning with them, kind of just try to work it. But we're going to be really young. We lost 26 seniors, I think it was last year. So
and a really good senior class.
Yeah, so a lot of people to replace. So and it's kind of like these girls. I mean, I think there was 8 or 9 seniors last year from this team, and coming into this year, I think looking at the stats from last year, they had 3 girls returning that had over 50 at bats from last year.
Wow.
So just going to be young, like the softball team, and then we'll just try to get better each day.
Well, Coach, thank you all for coming, and good luck the rest of the week. We'll try to get over there and cover you all some. I think the 2 games we've had for you all on WBON TV have been canceled. So hopefully we can get those fixed up. And if you do make the Southern game up, let us know. We'll come out there and cover that one as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Ladies, thank you all for coming over as well. Good luck the rest of the way. And
congratulations. Have a great senior season.
We'll take a commercial break. When we come back, we have got some big games tonight, or a big game tonight.
One big game
Texas Tech versus Virginia. We'll discuss that when we come back live at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Let's ask them real fast. Who do you all think is going to win? They already went to the radio break.
He's good.
Oh, Texas Tech.
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech.
Everybody? Everybody got Texas Tech. Okay.
All right.
All right, there you go. Back in a moment. This is the Wallingford Sports Show.
At King Brothers Used Cars in Winchester, you don't have to worry about the hassles of dealing with an aggressive salesman. They strive to make you feel comfortable and help you find the car you're looking for at the best price possible. Stop by today and get your key and drive off in a new-to-you vehicle from King Brothers Used Cars on West Lexington Avenue in Winchester, or stop by their Facebook page for updates and their website kingbrotherscars.com to check out their inventory. King Brothers Used Cars, family owned and time tested since 1966.
Honchels in Irvin is your year-round stop for Carhartt, Izod, Lee jeans, and boots. Prepare yourself for hunting with a huge selection of Carhartt bibs, coats, and other hunting gear. Don't forget about the big selection of hunting and work boots from Wolverine, Justin, Rocky, and more. As always, Honchels carries all the latest in Kentucky and Estill Engineer apparel and Skechers and New Balance for the little ones. The same great staff, same great personalized service always at Honchels on the Richmond Road in Irvin.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Escape to sports with Buffalo Wild Wings. GM Tommy Martin invites you to come watch your favorite team play at Buffalo Wild Wings, the best game day atmosphere and happy hour in town. Menu items as low as $2 each weekday 2 to 7 and again 10 till close. Plus wing specials every Tuesday and Thursday. Don't forget to ask your server about the Blazing Rewards program and see how you can earn free food. Buffalo Wild Wings, Richmond Center.
We've got Kinetic Blue. We've got Cajun Red. We've got Storm Blue Metallic. We've got Mosaic Black Metallic. We've got Summit White. What are we talking about? Jack Burford Chevrolet Equinoxes. You can get up to $8,000 off on select Chevy Equinox models. Check them out at jackburford.com and be sure to subscribe to our Jack Burford Chevrolet YouTube channel too.
Welcome back into the Wallingford Sports Show, live at Buffalo Wild Wings in Richmond. She is Samantha Burford, and I'm Michael Watkins. Samantha, first of all, talk about the trip you had last week. Pretty fun?
I did. I had a really good time, and you know, I hated missing last Monday's show, but I don't know if our viewers know it, but we have a really good time doing our Monday shows, and it's always the best when we have guests on.
Oh yeah, it makes it a lot of
fun. It's so much fun to listen to them, to listen to their stories. We still did not get Logan's story on whatever happened.
We got to figure that
with
out.
Parker, yeah.
But that's the best part about being a high school student. I got stories that nobody wants to hear about from when I was younger. A lot of them involve
stories
me.
that you probably should keep to yourself. Really?
See, I don't care. You know, I'm not shy with it. Now, obviously, my mom and dad are probably a little upset. Morgan might not want people to know what I did.
See, now they all have video cameras. Everybody can record and show it up on social media. We didn't have that.
No, we did not.
We were in high school.
Back when I was, I don't even think cell phones were available then, but they were flip phones.
Yeah. It was too hard to get open.
Whenever you were in high school, they had the phones like you had like
it was
the
a
pay
bag
phones.
phone.
Yeah.
It really was a bag phone, and I had it in my car, and you could carry it around in a little briefcase. That was kind of funny. Yes, I did. I had a really good time. So I got a little tan.
A little tan.
We had a good time. We had a nice little week-long cruise.
You weren't here last week. We talked about pretty much Kentucky the entire show and how rough it was. But
I'm still thinking about Kentucky.
Well, someone asked me today if I thought Kentucky would have been good enough to beat Virginia. We obviously won't know, but I feel like the Cats were good enough to beat Virginia.
Yes, absolutely. And
they were good enough to beat Auburn, too. They just couldn't do it.
We all kind of were hoping that Auburn would get there. So before we talk about Virginia, can we talk about Auburn? Just at least I did watch the very end of that game.
Yeah.
We finally made it to a sports bar on the ship where we could actually watch, and so we all know that was an actual foul. Well, he did foul him, but everyone is saying that they missed the call on the double dribble. Yeah,
that's a big thing. Now, officials obviously are human.
Right.
And, I was talking to Cutler over the weekend, and he said that he knows how I feel about officials. So
yeah, we all do.
But
I just don't voice it as much as you and Cutler.
It's bad whenever there's so many calls that are missed. If you miss a call, that's understandable. If you miss a foul call, if you miss a double dribble, but it's when they miss them that is the
Right.
big thing. If they had missed that double dribble with 17 minutes to go in the first half, 17 minutes to go in the second half, not a big deal.
Right.
But it's the fact that you missed
there
it
at the end.
whenever Virginia was trying to make their way down the floor to either tie or win the game.
Right.
That's why
Like
it
4
was so
seconds,
overblown.
6 seconds left. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it?
So I think that's
And
the biggest part as to why, you know, the outrage came
Yes.
from the fans.
And you
obviously,
knew that guy was going to make all 3.
Oh yeah, like in Kyle Guy is a really good free throw shooter. They're showing it right now over at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah,
by the way.
he's from Indiana. I mean,
Yeah. And
he's not going to
here's one thing I'll say about
throws.
Virginia. It shouldn't even have came to that late in
Right.
the game. Ty Jerome, the player that that missed the double dribble.
They were
call,
up by what?
They were up by 10 with about
10
5 minutes to go.
points, yes.
And he tried to like seal the deal himself. He took like 3 or 4 bad shots.
Yes.
Had a turnover or 2.
Tried to be a
I
star.
don't know why Kyle Guy didn't get the ball down the stretch anyway.
Yeah.
He was the one that hit the 3 that kept them in the game with about 20 seconds to go, or however much time was left. And then he hits the 3 free throws to win the game for him. So
Yeah.
I don't know why late in the game they didn't go to him to begin with. Tonight, I think if that same situation arises, Kyle Guy will be the player that the hand
He'll be the guy.
that is with the ball.
So were you rooting for Auburn or were you rooting for Virginia?
I didn't really have a dog in the fight. I just wanted to see a close game.
Yeah.
You know, tonight, I don't really care who wins.
Are you going to watch tonight?
I will probably switch back and forth between that and wrestling. Last night was WrestleMania, by the way. I'm a big wrestling fan.
Yes, up in
So
New York,
I
right?
will probably flip between the two tonight and just see what's going on.
Yes.
The outbreak after WrestleMania, or the outcome, or the
Right.
whatever after WrestleMania. So,
Right, especially the first half, and see
Yeah.
what's happening.
I think-
it's going to be slow paced.
Yeah,
It's going to be not fun. There's
So-
really nobody to root for.
Vegas has set the line at Virginia minus 1.5. So
Yeah.
Virginia has to win by 2 to cover the spread
Right.
if you're going to bet on it. And then the over/under is at 117.5.
Yeah, I thought it
which
was at
is,
115, so they raised it.
Well, I think it's been bet up. So,
Okay.
like, people have bet money on the
Okay.
over. It's gone up. But it is the lowest over/under point total since, like, 1970s.
ages ago,
It's been
yeah.
a long time. And that might have been even before the three-point line was introduced. So
Right.
it's been a long time since the total points was this low. And I think whenever you look at this game, I think this is going to be if you're a basketball fan,
Yeah.
then just like the philosophical part of it, you're going to enjoy this game. The defense,
They are the two
execution.
strongest defensive
Yeah.
teams out there. I'll tell you what I'm excited about. I am excited about that because, I do love the defensive players. What I'm excited about is these are not freshmen, all freshman teams playing. All their starting lineup. They're not all freshmen.
I was talking to some
Love
people today, and they said that the days of winning with freshmen play, which there's
It's
only been
over.
a couple of teams
I
that
don't
have done
think it
that.
will happen,
I don't think
ever.
it'll happen either.
Which is why people got mad at me because everybody would be like, who'd you pick in your bracket? Well, I didn't pick Kentucky.
Yeah.
I picked them to lose when they lost because I just don't think you can have a freshman team get that far in
What
the
I
tournament.
think you need to do, and we don't want to talk about this too much, but I think you're going to have to get, if you can get
Yes, we
2 or
do.
3 of the big names, like, Duke had all 3. They had
Yeah.
the top 3 recruits.
Yeah, and look at
but
them.
they had nobody to go with them.
Right.
I think you're going to need a couple of seniors, a couple of juniors, and then try to sprinkle, like kind of what North Carolina had this year.
Yes.
They had Luke May, they had the transfer in Johnson, they had some really good freshmen that came in this year. I think you need a team like that to consically find
Look at
yourself in the
Tennessee
championship.
even.
Yeah,
I mean, I hate it for them the way they had to go down, but I mean, look at them. They got a junior and your senior. And the stocks came out today. I mean, they're saying Hero could be in the top 20. I'm not so excited about that.
the thing
It's the
today,
week. They're all going to go to the NBA Combine
Yeah.
this week. We'll all know that. They have
Well,
nothing to lose to go to that.
And now you can actually sign an agent. You
Yes,
can declare for the
it's
draft,
different
sign
this
an agent,
year.
and then you can even still
Come back.
So there's a lot that goes into that. You
Yeah.
can still come back even after all that. So
You and I could go.
I don't think anybody would sign us. But although I did, the last time I played ball, I was
never
pretty
played
good.
basketball in my life, other than
Ever?
in gym class my sophomore year. Dribbling and running is not my thing.
So I've been playing at the central office in Estill County, where they got a gym down there, and I've been playing down there the last month or so with some guys, and we've had a lot of fun. And the last time I played, I was on fire. I looked like Tyler Hero out there. Now, the next time I go play, I might miss every shot I take. But for one night, I was killing
Were
it
you
up there
lighting
at
it
the
up?
central office in Estill County.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
you're a big NBA fan, so what is it? The Rockets. Holy crap,
Yeah,
they
they've been
hit
good.
like
They broke a
fantastic
record the other
numbers
day.
with
Yeah.
the threes.
Well, I am a huge NBA fan, but this year it's been kind of weird. I've not been as big into the NBA.
Because Boston's not doing as well as you wanted?
Well, you know, I think it's in Boston. They're going to be like the 4th seed in the playoffs.
Yeah,
but I think it's the fact that Boston is a good team. Like they had expectations this year.
Right.
When in years past they really didn't. So they kind of outdid their expectations, which was fun as a fan. You're like the underdog. So Boston's been the underdog for the last few years. Now we're expected to win. Though. Well, yeah, I thought so. I mean, I was always surprised that we made it as far as we did.
I guess you were hoping.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping, but I didn't expect it. This year, I expected the best, and we've fallen back to the pack. We're 4th in the Eastern Conference. So it's been kind of hard to be into the NBA this year because I know that my team is not performing as well as they should.
At the level that you want them to.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I blame the Reds. Like, I can't be
we don't talk baseball much, but we need to kind of get into that, too.
That's when high school sports is over. We'll get... There's really nothing to talk to about the Reds, though, other than the pitcher and the
foul they had the other day. So have you got a prediction for the game tonight, Virginia, Texas Tech? Give me a prediction.
I do. I think Texas Tech, just because I'm rooting for the underdog.
You got a score prediction?
I think it's going to be low scoring. I'm going to say 55 to 67.
So you're thinking Texas Tech wins by 12?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to say... I think
well, let me change it. Okay, then I'll say
put her on the spot.
63.
So 63 to 57.
Yeah.
Texas Tech wins.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I think Virginia wins 64-56. So we're really close in points. I just think Virginia wins. So.
Yeah, when you did the math in 12 points, I was like, no, that's probably too much. Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens. I think it'll be a good game then. I think it'll be kind of a boring,
It will be sleepy, slow.
It'll be kind of a slower paced game. I think it'll be fun.
I get to look at the Virginia coach one more game.
Lucky Tony Bennett, I'll tell you that. When we come back, guys, we've got a lot of baseball and softball to talk about. We are live at Buffalo Wild Wings. If you've not been to Buffalo Wild Wings, they'll have the patio open. It's beautiful outside, or it has been.
Yeah.
Not today as much because of the rain.
They got the air conditioning on. It's kind of a nice change, isn't
it? It feels really good in here today.
When we first
and they've got
here.
the patio on. They got the TVs out there. So if you want to come out and have some a family dinner outside on the patio, you can do that.
Watch the game tonight.
A big game tonight. Come out and watch the Texas Tech Virginia game, the championship game of the NCAA tournament tonight at Buffalo Wild Wings. And if you go over onto the WBON TV Facebook page before the game starts, you can predict the final score.
Leave a comment.
And the person that predicts the final score will win a gift card here to Buffalo Wild Wings. Keep that in mind as well.
There's been quite a few people that's already
good numbers already. So, we'll talk about that when we come back as well. We are live at Buffalo Wild Wings. This is the Wallingford Sports Show.
At King Brothers Used Cars in Winchester, you don't have to worry about the hassles of dealing with an aggressive salesman. They strive to make you feel comfortable and help you find the car you're looking for at the best price possible. Stop by today and get your key and drive off in a new-to-you vehicle from King Brothers Used Cars on West Lexington Avenue in Winchester, or stop by their Facebook page for updates and their website, kingbrotherscars.com, to check out their inventory. King Brothers Used Cars, family-owned and time-tested since 1966.
Honchels in Irvin is your year-round stop for Carhartt Eyeside Lee jeans and boots. Prepare yourself for hunting with a huge selection of Carhartt bibs, coats, and other hunting gear. Don't forget about the big selection of hunting and work boots from Wolverine, Justin, Rocky, and more. As always, Honchels carries all the latest in Kentucky and Estill Engineer apparel and Skechers and New Balance for the little ones. The same great staff, same great personalized service always at Honchels on the Richmond Road in Irvin.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Escape to sports with Buffalo Wild Wings. GM Tommy Martin invites you to come watch your favorite team play at Buffalo Wild Wings, the best game day atmosphere and happy hour in town. Menu items as low as $2 each weekday 2 to 7 and again 10 till close. Plus wing specials every Tuesday and Thursday. Don't forget to ask your server about the Blazing Rewards program and see how you can earn free food. Buffalo Wild Wings, Richmond Center.
We've got Kinetic Blue. We've got Cajun Red. We've got Storm Blue Metallic. We've got Mosaic Black Metallic. We've got Summit White. What are we talking about? Jack Burford Chevrolet Equinoxes. You could get up to $8,000 off on select Chevy Equinox models. Check them out at jackburford.com and be sure to subscribe to our Jack Burford Chevrolet YouTube channel too.
Back here on the Wallingford Sports Show, Samantha Burford, Michael Watkins here at Buffalo Wild Wings in Richmond. And coming up on the 17th of April, Buffalo Wild Wings, I believe it's a Wednesday, they're going to have a fundraiser event to raise money for local sports programs. So get over here to Buffalo Wild Wings on that day, and I think 10% of all the profits that day will go to local sports programs. Kind of a big deal, kind of cool thing Buffalo Wild Wings is doing to kind of help raise money for local sports. And you know, some of these kids that can't afford like jerseys, helmets, shoes, whatever the case may be,
cleats,
they will help with that. So
yeah, that is excellent, and what a better place to do it than at a sports bar.
Exactly, and they're usually pretty busy every day. So on Wednesday, they come out here and
we
grab
came
some
to
lunch
watch,
or dinner.
Not the UK game. It was when UK played at like 10 o'clock a couple of weeks ago.
The Houston game.
Yes.
Yeah.
We came to the first game and sat here.
North Carolina versus Auburn.
Yeah, gosh, that's a good memory. I don't even remember. We sat here and watched it. It was packed, and there was a long line of people waiting to get our table because we weren't going to watch the UK game here. We were going to go on home because I figured we'd all probably fall asleep.
Yeah, you're bad luck.
Yeah, well, and yeah, I can be sometimes. But so a little superstitious too. So I wanted to be home to watch it. So anyway, I mean, it was packed. It's
a really good atmosphere. If you've never been here to watch a game, you need to. And tonight would be a good time because if you don't have a team to root for, if you come out here, there might be some Virginia fans, there might be some Texas Tech fans. So you might find a buddy or whatever and start cheering for that person's team with them.
Yes,
so
and I'll tell you something that has really, being on the cruise ship, there was a lot of people with different athletic shirts on, different cities, of course, rooting for their collegiate team. What I have found, no matter where we are, there's a lot of Kentucky fans.
Oh,
there were so many, there wasn't anybody from Richmond, but there was a lot of Kentucky fans. But the main thing that really excited me was that everyone said the same thing. We're thankful Duke's not in it, and we're thankful North Carolina's not in it.
Well, I think whenever you are at
we
the
heard
top,
that all week.
Well, I think, you know, the fact that Duke and Kansas, Kentucky, and North Carolina are usually considered the four best teams or programs in college basketball. And I think if you're one of those programs, you don't want to see the other one win, because it kind of knocks you down.
And even though Coach Cal's got those high numbers up. I'll tell you another reason why I'm rooting for Texas Tech. I've always been a big Tubby Smith fan.
Yeah.
Our family has known him for a lot of years. He and I share birthdays. We're June 30th, so it's pretty exciting. He always calls me on my birthday.
He's a little younger than you, though, isn't he?
Yeah, no, he's not younger than me. But he has 3 guys on this Texas Tech team that he recruited. So I'm pretty excited about that. And you know who an assistant something, not an assistant basketball player, but like an ambassador, someone on the team is Sean Sutton. And so he's on that Texas Tech team.
Wow.
So that's pretty exciting too.
Yeah,
and then Billy Gillespie has a guy that was his assistant.
He was at Texas Tech before he came to Kentucky.
Yeah, so Billy Gillespie has an assistant on there.
Oh, he was from A&M, sorry. He was at A&M before he came to Kentucky, not Texas Tech.
I can't think of his name, but he's got an assistant on there. So there's 3 kind of correlations tied into Kentucky on this Texas Tech team. So that's pretty exciting.
Well, if you
follow us on Facebook. I wrote it down because you know me and names.
Yeah,
I don't ever remember names, so I write it down.
Well, you and I both had different opinions on who would win tonight. You said Texas Tech. I said Virginia.
Yeah.
It's now time for the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill Facebook poll, and we asked people to let us know who they thought would win the game tonight. Drop your predictions below on there as well, and the person who correctly predicts the final score will receive a gift card to Buffalo Wild Wings here in Richmond. And the question today was, who wins the game tonight, Virginia or Texas Tech? 69% of the votes say Texas Tech wins. 31% say Virginia wins the game tonight.
Makes me happy.
And a lot of comments on who wins, what the final score is.
For the competition.
And again, if you correctly predict the final score, you will receive a gift card here to Buffalo Wild Wings in Richmond. And our Facebook poll is brought to you by the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill. They are located in Jackson, but he serves all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. If you have questions about workers' compensation cases, criminal defense, disability cases, or more, call 606-666-2990 for a free consultation.
All right, I found my notes. Glenn Cyperson.
He's the guy that is an assistant coach.
Cyperin.
Cyperin, okay.
Is that how you say it?
I have no idea. I didn't know. You come out with this random fact.
I do, because I look stuff up. I love the show, and I love to research, and I like looking it all up.
You're saying
and
you
so
like
I
the
get
show
on
more
there.
than me?
I like to get on CBS and read. I like to get on all the different sports. Bleacher Report. What do we call it? The Wallingford
Sports Show.
Isn't that awful? I was like, what do we call it? I was like,
what is in that drink, Samantha?
It's water. No, it's all vodka. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. They know I'm teasing. I couldn't do that. But it's
Right?
Cyperson.
Yeah.
Cyperin.
So
there. Somebody will remember.
Is there one thing that you want to see tonight? Is there one thing that you're just really looking forward to for this game?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully Texas Tech, of course, winning, but I'm also hoping that it's not as slow pace as what we're all predicting. I'm hoping that there'll be some nice matchups and that it'll be a little closer, which they are predicting it to be close.
I mean, 1.5 point
But
spread is.
I'm hoping that it's going to be a little faster
You know,
pace.
here's what I'll say before we take another commercial break. Virginia has kind of risen from what happened last year, risen from the ashes.
Yeah,
you go
because
from
they got
losing
beat.
to a 16 seed, the first time ever as a 1 seed.
That's hard. It's hard to root against that.
Exactly, and now they're making this amazing run. So I think this is just me. I think it is destiny for Virginia to win this game.
Yeah.
You know, for them to luck out in that game versus Auburn. They got lucky in the game against Purdue on a late turnover in the game going into overtime.
Yeah.
So they've had two situations where they should have lost and they have got here. So I think because of that, it is just destiny for Virginia to win tonight's game, and that's why I think they win 64 to 56.
Back to Kentucky, a stat that I saw today. The teams that have beat Kentucky, a lower seeding team that have beat Kentucky,
never win the
are
next game.
0-16.
Yeah, never win the next game.
Right, they never win the next game. How crazy is that for a stat?
Now, if you are watching us on WBON TV right now, you may wonder why we have not had the Estill County Madison Southern baseball game for you.
Yep, because it was supposed to be tonight.
That game was canceled because of all the rain. Tomorrow on WBON TV, we will have a softball game for you as Estill County hosts Powell County in softball action. Tomorrow night, that game will be on WBON TV. And if you're going to be out in your cars driving around, you can listen to that game on 99.3 WIRV. Speaking of local baseball and softball, we will crown our King Brothers Used Cars Player of the Week when we come back and look back at the week it was for all of our local teams. Back in a moment at Buffalo Wild Wings, this is the Wallingford Sports Show.
At King Brothers Used Cars in Winchester, you don't have to worry about the hassles of dealing with an aggressive salesman. They strive to make you feel comfortable and help you find the car you're looking for at the best price possible. Stop by today and get your key and drive off in a new-to-you vehicle from King Brothers Used Cars on West Lexington Avenue in Winchester, or stop by their Facebook page for updates and their website kingbrotherscars.com to check out their inventory. King Brothers Used Cars, family-owned and time-tested since 1966.
Honchels in Irvin is your year-round stop for Carhartt, Izod, Lee jeans, and boots. Prepare yourself for hunting with a huge selection of Carhartt bibs, coats, and other hunting gear. Don't forget about the big selection of hunting and work boots from Wolverine, Justin, Rocky, and more. As always, Honchels carries all the latest in Kentucky and Estill Engineer apparel and Skechers and New Balance for the little ones. The same great staff, same great personalized service always at Honchels on the Richmond Road in Irvin.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Escape to sports with Buffalo Wild Wings. GM Tommy Martin invites you to come watch your favorite team play at Buffalo Wild Wings, the best game day atmosphere and happy hour in town. Menu items as low as $2 each weekday 2 to 7 and again 10 till close. Plus wing specials every Tuesday and Thursday. Don't forget to ask your server about the Blazing Rewards program and see how you can earn free food. Buffalo Wild Wings, Richmond Center.
We've got Kinetic Blue. We've got Cajun Red. We've got Storm Blue Metallic. We've got Mosaic Black Metallic. We've got Summit White. What are we talking about? Jack Burford Chevrolet Equinoxes. You could get up to $8,000 off on select Chevy Equinox models. Check them out at jackburford.com and be sure to subscribe to our Jack Burford Chevrolet YouTube channel too.
Back here at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Richmond Center, Samantha Burford, Michael Watkins. Samantha, we could not come out here and have this fun time if it was not for all of our great sponsors. We always come at you courtesy of the traveling Jack Burford Chevrolet Studios. And a lot of new trucks over there on the lot of Jack Burford Chevrolet.
True.
You can check out their inventory at jackburford.com. Is it jackburfordchevrolet.com?
Nope, jackburford.com.
Jackburford.com. You would know that, right? Do you?
Yeah. Listen, everybody asks me questions, and I get messages, direct messages about vehicles. I'm like, listen, I am never out there.
She's not a salesman, everybody.
I am not a salesman. I am happy to, like, send them in the right direction, but I don't, yeah, they don't want me out there.
Yeah, well.
John and I'd probably kill each other if we were out there every day.
You had to work with Randy more often, too, then, if you worked out there.
Oh, you know, that would be fun. I'd get to do that.
I don't know.
No.
He
That's what I
probably put
like,
you to work.
though. He's in the videography business and doing all the videos.
Well,
so.
we also want to say thank you to Honschel's over in the West Irvin Plaza. I stopped by there the other day, got me some new jeans, and Honschel's
Looking
right
all
now.
snazzy.
Well, they got right now. It's prom season, which is right around the corner.
You going to prom?
I would love to go to prom. I love to dance.
I would love to go back and do it too.
You think they would mind if you and I came this year and just danced? We could dress up. I could get a tuxedo for Honschel's.
Yeah, and I could. I don't know if I could fit into my high school prom dresses, but I could find
I know
a
for a
dress.
fact I can't even fit into pants I wore 2 months ago. So I definitely couldn't fit into jeans I wore in high school.
It'd be fun trying though,
Yeah.
wouldn't it? One leg.
It would not be
one
fun.
leg.
I would probably cry. Why would you do that to me for?
It'd be fun.
I've got the dad bod now. I'm okay with it, but I don't need to be pointed out. You know, I don't want to remember that I used to be really skinny.
Speaking of, we never did do the taste testing for the vanilla
Yeah, we're not going to.
Coke, so we'll do that next week. I'll remember and bring it.
I'm into my second Coke of the day. I'm trying to savor because I don't want to drink the whole thing because I'm trying to eat good now. But anyways, Honschel's in the West Irvin Plaza is the best place to go.
They are.
And if you've not
Very
been there
knowledgeable.
yet, go over there. They got great Carhartt gear. And I know it's kind of not Carhartt season now, but they also have golf shirts. They've got good deals on new shoes and boots over there. So if Father's Day is not too far away.
That's
they
true.
also
and
have
Mother's Day.
women's shoes. They have women's Skechers Go Walks to go over there to Honschel's in the West Irvin Plaza for all that. Also, our King Brothers Used Cars Player of the Week. We will have Austin pull that up for us.
We need a drum roll.
Abby Mays of Madison Central had a huge week last week for them. She appeared in 4 of their games that I know of while she was down there, allowed no earned runs, and I think she only gave up, 3 hits, 4 walks, and she struck out like 37 batters in 4 games. So it was
impressive.
a huge week for Abby Mays, and really limited action. I think she only started or only pitched 2 games all the way through, and then she had an appearance in a couple of other games. So congratulations to Abby Mays, our King Brothers Cars Used
Well-deserved.
Player of the Week, and Abby, a junior at Madison Central. If you're looking for a new-to-you vehicle, check out King Brothers Used Cars in Winchester. Their entire inventory is online at kingbrotherscars.com. It was a busy week. Estill County had a big week last week. They go 3-0 with wins over Jackson County, Lee County, and Morgan County. Madison Southern, another big week for them as they go 2-0, knocking off Pulaski County 14-2 and Jackson County 9-8. And then Madison Central, their baseball team, of course, they go every year down to that big tournament in Florida.
In Florida.
They had a good week as well as they
started
knocked
out
off.
slow, but had a really good ending to the week.
They knocked off Nelson County, Owensboro, Niceville, Florida, Allen County, Scottsville, and then lost to Spencer County in the final game of the tournament.
I think they go down to Destin.
Yeah, Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Florida is where the tournament was being held at.
There we go.
And I think the softball team did as well. They were down there. I think they only lost 2. They were 3-2 in their 5 games of the tournament. So
they ride school buses down to
I'm out on
Florida.
that.
I am not. I'm too old for that. Like,
we
no
actually
way.
did that my senior year of high school on our senior trip, and the bus broke down half the way, so we had a lot of issues with that.
Oh, that would be awful.
Yeah, that would. Trust me, it was not fun.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, of course, we will have Estill County and Powell County softball action for you. The Lady Engineers last week only had 1 game as they knocked off Lee County 10-2. In that 1 game, they had 3 different players hit a home run. Kaylee Riddle hit 1, Mia Hale hit a home run, as did Abby Winkle. So they had 3 players hit home runs for Estill County in the softball game last week versus Lee County. And so, we're kind of getting into the swing of things now.
New
softball
coach,
games.
they're coming right along.
Yeah. Estill County thus far on the season has 5 wins, And as far as their 14th region games go, they are undefeated at 2-0. So that's really where their games really matter in region play. This year, though, Wolfe County, once again, a really good team. They're 10-1. They've went 7-0 in region play. So that region could be really fun whenever the district and regional tournaments roll around.
So going back to getting out of baseball just for a short bit, let's talk about Rick Barnes. Do we think that he will take go from Tennessee to UCLA?
If it had been 5 years ago, I would say UCLA is by far the better job.
UCLA's never paid their coaches an exuberant amount like what they pay Coach Cal.
The history of that program is there still.
It is, yes.
But
not as of late.
They tried Coach Cal, didn't get him.
Yes.
I think that they're going to have to, if they really want to kind of raise their fan base back up, they need to bring somebody from within, or possibly
from within,
some guys that are familiar with the Pac-12, like a Jason Kidd who played in the Pac-12, a Luke Walton who played at Arizona in the Pac-12. I think they need a guy like that with coaching experience, a big name who played in the Pac-12 that can kind of make a splash and kind of come there and make a name for that program once again.
Well, they just gave Coach an extension at Tennessee.
Yeah, Rick Barnes, they did,
and he's going to lose his two best players.
He's had success everywhere he's been, too. He had success at Texas. He had success at Tennessee the last few years.
Yes.
For really, it's him, do you want to start over again? Because that program is at the bottom
of where they
used to be.
Yes.
They need to get back to where they once were.
But he's known for that.
He really is.
And
he did that with Texas, and he did that with Tennessee.
Right. So this may be his opportunity. Someone's going to have to buy him out if they do. $5 million. That's a lot.
Yeah, not for me. Or for you.
It's a lot for me. Anyway, we'll see. We'll know this time next week.
Yeah,
so
we will. Well, we wanted to talk about the official. We don't really have a lot of time about that.
We don't have a lot of time, but I do want to get that in.
Yeah, the
that
official.
Is crazy.
They got beat up after an AAU game over the weekend.
His name's Kenny Culp. He's 60 years old. He does that for $20 a game.
Yeah, and AAU games they don't make much.
So the coach that beat him up, they did go after him. They've arrested him. They are. I think they should throw the book at him because it's happening more and more and more. Now, we do complain a lot about the officials, but we don't go after them.
No, and I think whenever you're an official, you are held to a certain standard.
Yes.
And I think they should be held accountable, but they should not have the crap beat out of them if they make a bad call or make a mistake in
for those people that don't know, I mean, we want to let you update the story. Apparently, they got into a scuffle, the referee and the coach, and apparently the official was walking away, and he
took off after him. Was it during the game?
Oh, wow. Or after the game. I'm not sure, but it was right there. So he left the game. That's why I was thinking it was after the game, because he left and went back to the hotel.
Whenever I'm like at Buffalo Wild Wings and I see somebody take my order to the wrong table, I get mad and I tackle him.
Well, he sucker punched him. I mean, the guy has a concussion. He's got a brain bleed. He's swollen. There's pictures online.
If you go on Twitter, just search, official gets beat up
Kenny
or something
Culp,
like that. And
broken
you'll
collarbone.
See the picture.
The pictures are awful. That guy does it for 20. I mean, they all do it. These officials do it. Here's the crazy part: is he was making a little extra money to pay for family medical bills.
Wow.
And now look what's going to happen. That guy needs to go to jail for a long time. And it's AAU basketball. So the thing is it's not like it's a high school, so that he could never get a job again. What's going to happen? Like, will this guy get out and be able to coach somewhere again?
Well, this is a discussion that we really need to dive into next week.
Next week.
Make
Let's
sure
hope
to tune
there's
in
not more.
and share your thoughts with us on that as well. We are live at Buffalo Wild Wings, guys. Thank you to Buffalo Wild Wings. Don't forget, we've got about another hour or so to go over to our Facebook page and comment the final score of the game tonight. If you guess the score right,
by 9 o'clock
you will
tonight,
win a gift card to Buffalo Wild Wings. So remember
game
that
starts
as
at
well.
what? 9:20.
Yeah. So if you got by 9 o'clock, we will turn the comments off, and if you correctly predict the final score of tonight's game between Virginia and Texas Tech, you will win a gift card to Buffalo Wild Wings.
It could be a long game.
It could be a long, boring game. Yeah.
If they foul, it could go to 1.
She's a 10. Samantha Burford. I'm Michael Watkins. Thank you all for listening, and thank you for watching. For Austin Hanks and Jaden Johnson, this has been the Wallingford Sports Show.
Bye, everybody.
At King Brothers Used Cars in Winchester, you don't have to worry about the hassles of dealing with an aggressive salesman. They strive to make you feel comfortable and help you find the car you're looking for at the best price possible. Stop by today and get your key and drive off in a new-to-you vehicle from King Brothers Used Cars on West Lexington Avenue in Winchester, or stop by their Facebook page for updates and their website kingbrotherscars.com to check out their inventory. King Brothers Used Cars, family owned and time tested since 1966.
Honchels in Irvin is your year-round stop for Carhartt eyesight Lee jeans and boots. Prepare yourself for hunting with a huge selection of Carhartt bibs, coats, and other hunting gear. Don't forget about the big selection of hunting and work boots from Wolverine, Justin, Rocky, and more. As always, Honchels carries all the latest in Kentucky and Estill Engineer apparel and Skechers and New Balance for the little ones. The same great staff, same great personalized service always at Honchels on the Richmond Road in Irvin.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Escape to sports with Buffalo Wild Wings. GM Tommy Martin invites you to come watch your favorite team play at Buffalo Wild Wings, the best game day atmosphere and happy hour in town. Menu items as low as $2 each weekday 2 to 7 and again 10 till close. Plus wing specials every Tuesday and Thursday. Don't forget to ask your server about the Blazing Rewards program and see how you can earn free food. Buffalo Wild Wings, Richmond Center.
We've got Kinetic Blue. We've got Cajun Red. We've got Storm Blue Metallic. We've got Mosaic Black Metallic. We've got Summit White. What are we talking about? Jack Burford Chevrolet Equinoxes. You can get up to $8,000 off on select Chevy Equinox models. Check them out at jackburford.com and be sure to subscribe to our Jack Burford Chevrolet YouTube channel too.